What's going on, guys? So now that the Raiders decided to trade Max Crosby, I decided to update my mock draft for them. A little bit of a change, and then basically turn the Las Vegas Raiders into the Las Vegas Hoosiers. Um, but let's go to get into it, and you can see what I got for you. All right, guys. So this is what I think can and should happen. I got a lot of picks on there. I traded back a couple times later on, just to fill in a lot of holes, and I know it's a lot of picks. Um, and in all honesty, I would have been the last two picks was got to fill in some spaces. I would have been okay without with the last two, anyways. But with the first pick, of course, Fernando Mendoza. He is the best quarterback on here, and in this draft, and it makes sense. They need a quarterback. Go and get the Heisman Trophy winner, the guy who just won the Natty. I I really hope that he does good for them. And then decided to trade back with Pittsburgh. They sent a trade offer. No, they did not send a trade offer. I offered to trade back with them because I wanted some more picks, fill in some holes, but fill in a hole, getting or more of like getting another pick in between 67 and 102. So I got Pittsburgh got pick 14, and I was able to get pick 21, 76, and 160. And with pick 21, I wanted to get somebody that Mendoza is familiar with, and that was Omar Cooper. I've been seeing some comparisons between him and Jarvis Landry, which is good, but like Omar Cooper is just going to be faster if he has that kind of skill set. I think he's going to be really, really good in the league because I honestly thought that Jarvis Landry was really good as well. He just was on the Dolphins and then the Browns. So poor guy. But I think, keeping a familiar face with Mendoza, that'll help out a lot. And then at pick 36, I got Cassius Howell. I've been hearing talks that he could go first round, but if he's there at 36, I think that'd be really good. I'm pretty sure Howell got into the double digits in the sacks. He's a little bit I guess smaller, but it's really not all that. He's 6'3", like 240, 250 pounds. Uh so it's not that he's really all that small. He's like just got shorter arms, but I don't think it, it can matter. But it's also I'm seeing somebody like Nick Herbig who just got like 7.5 sacks on the season, and he's actually smaller than Cassius Howell. So I think put him get the right scheme going for him. I think he's going to be a good edge rusher in this league. I think he has the skill set to be able to do it. And then Demetrius Crownover, he also used to be a tight end, but he's a massive offensive tackle. And the Raiders really need to bolster the offensive line. And I think he can do that. He could be a really good tackle coming into the league. Pick 77, I decided to trade back from 76 because Tampa offered pick 77 and 154. I thought that was a pretty good, essentially almost like a steal. I went with Elijah Saraj just because he was sitting there. He's somebody that I really like in the NFL too. He's got a really good IQ. He's decent size. He's like 6'2", 209. And it also gives Mendoza, again, somebody he's already very familiar with. I know maybe it's not necessarily ideal to keep going, keep with the rookie wide receivers, but I think him having that familiarity is going to come a long way. He's got his wide receivers from college, and it's just, I think that alone is going to be really good and help them stand out amongst the other rookies and help this offense flow a lot better. And then I got this guard out of Oklahoma. I am not going to try to pronounce his name because I will mess it up. But he's played both the left and the right side, and he can play center. So a little bit of a Swiss Army knife with him on the interior of the O line. And I think that'll work out great because with the Raiders not having a really good O line, they can plug him in any one of those spots. He is still a little more raw with being a center though, because he didn't start playing center until I think the playoffs. And it's more of like him just getting used to snapping the ball and coming up and using the power that he has to block. Next up, I got Aiden Fisher. He's not the biggest, but he has a high IQ. He's a good tackler, and the Raiders need somebody in there who can command the defense. 134, I grab Wheatley out of Penn State. He's a strong safety who is a really good tackler, good in coverage, and it's a team that just needs a little bit of everything. And then I went Dalen Everett, cornerback out of Georgia. There was talks about him going in to the draft last year, and I'm pretty sure it was somebody thought that like at one point he was going to be pretty high on the draft boards. I think he got injured, and that's why he fell, or more, he didn't go into the draft, and now he's not very high. But I know he's a pretty good coverage guy. And then I got Dante Corleone. I think he's going to go higher. I know you guys heard me if you've seen any of my videos before. You've heard me talk about him. He's a nose tackle with the pass rush ability. Very rare. I really like him. And again, so I went with a third wide receiver. When I was going through this, I almost forgot that I got Elijah Surratt, but it doesn't hurt to have another weapon. And he could probably even be special teams. He's a really good route runner. He's got really good hands. He had like a 2.7% drop rate, which is really, really good. He's going. I think he's going to be really good, and he's one of my favorite wide receivers in this draft class. And then I grabbed Trey Zun with 182. He can play everywhere on the O line, and I think that is great for, like I said this with the earlier pick at guard, with the team that needs a lot. Get somebody who can do everything. If you need him to play tackle, go have him go play tackle, guard, center, whichever it is. You've got your guy. Whether somebody's injured, whether somebody gets injured, or some unforeseen circumstances happen, you've got a guy that could play that position. And then Thaddeus Dixon and George Gums, they were just depth pieces, and they could still use it either way. Another corner, another edge does not hurt at all. I think the Raiders are definitely in that interesting position now. And I think they can really fill in a lot of holes. I know this is a lot of rookies, and they'd be coming in. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows how well these guys are going to do? But I do like it. I honestly do like this. Like this better than my first one that I did. Just because getting Fernando Mendoza, um, I was more worried about O-line. The biggest worry is O-line, and it's still the biggest worry. And then my second biggest worry for him was somebody from the throw to. But doing something like this, trading back, and where you can get more picks, and you could probably get Omar Cooper a little later because he just recently, started, getting into that first round talks, and getting somebody that Fernando is already familiar with is a really good idea. And, I've talked about this in a previous video that Fernando Mendoza didn't go to the combine. He just wanted to throw to the guys that he wants to help. And I think it kind of looks bad in the sense of like he won't have that luxury going into the NFL of just throwing to the guys that he already knows. So I think doing something like this is actually a really smart idea where now he has two receivers that he knows and has a connection with and doesn't have to worry about the chemistry because it's already there on top of having Bowers. So he's already got really good targets, and then having Trey Tucker in there as your deep threat. I think this works out very well because Omar Cooper and Elijah Surratt, they're your everyday guys, every down guys, not everyday guys. High IQs, good route runners, really good hands. Let me know what you guys think of this draft, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day.